Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hazim bin Muhammad Azri. I am student BA 242. Today I will present about technical analysis. Okay, for the introduction is the two main kind of methodologies used to analysis securities and make investment decision. Fundamental analysis and technical analysis. The practice of assessing a company attribute in order to estimate its value is known as fundamental analysis. Technical analysis takes a completely different approach, ignoring the value of firm or a product. Only market price movement of interest to technician, also known as characteristics. Despite the fancy and exotic instrument it employs, technical analysis is fundamentally a study of supply and demand in market with the goal of determining which direction or trend will continue in the future. To put it another way, technical analysis aims to understand make emotion by looking at the market as a whole rather than its individual component. If you understand the benefit and limitation of technical analysis, it might present you with a new set of tools or ability that will help you become a better trader or investor. Okay, for the job scope and task responsibility, the method focus on analyzing the price pattern and chart pattern. I will handle this work scope since I have experience in investment analysis. The confirmation on whether to sell or hold will be decided by me, because with this, the second strategy is that I will search for the pattern, behavior or characteristic of the chart pattern in the company. We believe that chart pattern do not always go down or never go up. The chart must perform a correction pattern, also known as a sideways pattern, at a specific point or time. This will allow us to predict where the pattern will go. For example, if the pattern is somewhat dressing, it will increase to a correction pattern at some time. Maybe not much, but we take advantage of the opportunity by profiting from the corrective pattern. The technical analysis by CIMB. Okay, according to indicator, the MACD signal indicated by signal when the current price fall below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and the MACD signal. Similarly, the moving average signal indicate by signal when the current price rise toward an intercept with the moving average line, and the stochastic signal indicate by signal when the current price fall below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and the moving average line, and the indicator rise over the 20 mark. It's time to buy the stock.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azri. I will present about job scope and responsibility. Okay, for the strategy, this technique being known the simple method to determine on how much stock needed to buy based on the cash available. Okay, which the method we searching for the penny stock, which is a refer to a stock that have the lower value By this, we can purchase the stock in large of amount. Okay, thus the formula that we use to know on how much that we need to buy is our cash available need to be divided by the current price. Okay, next I will present about technical analysis. I present about hibiscus group. Okay, the indicator also show a buy signal for the stock. Okay, which is SMA with a closing price moving above the moving average. It is seen as a purchase signal, and the MACD indicator is read similarly when it closes above the signal line. Okay, a buy signal has been generated when the stochastic indicator move over the 20 mark. Okay, it is time to consider buying the stock when the corporation announced the profit for the month. The news has also influenced the investor. According to the article in the study paper, the hibiscus unit has received a favorable update on the good oil field. Okay, this will have an impact on the investor behavior as the investor will be influenced by the stock. As can be seen, the stock indicator is indicating a buy signal. The indicator also display a purchase signal, which is a SMA with a closing price above the moving average. It is seen as a purchase signal, and the MACD indicator is read similarly when it closes above the signal line. A buy signal have been generated when the stochastic indicator move over the 20 mark. It is time to consider buying the stock.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faiz Fakhruddin bin Shahabuddin. My student ID is 2019X45414. Today, I want to present about my job scope and task responsibilities. We opted to undertake a short-term investment using an intraday method because the game is only 1 month long. This strategy refers to when an investor buys and sells a stock on the same day. According to our information, the market is open from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., which is the lunch hour break. The stock market will trade after be quite busy from 2:30 to 5 p.m. So based on the next line, we will buy before the closing section and sell when the market reopen on the next day between 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. This method was discovered by me, a member of our group, who was looking for an intraday technique from multiple sources such as Telegram, Twitter, and other platforms. They must be alert on the specified stock that we have decided to watch using this strategy, and they must advise us whether to buy, hold, or sell the stock. So next, I want to present about a graph of Hidayah. The diagram has a double button pattern, which denotes a change in trend and a reversal of momentum from prior leading price action. It represents the reversal of a stock's decline, as can be seen in the indicators. This will result in a strong support. Thus, the MACD signal indicates a buy signal when the current price falls below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and the MACD signal. Similarly, the moving average signal indicates a buy signal when the current price rises toward an intercept with the moving average line, and the stochastic signal indicates a sell signal when the current price falls below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and the stochastic signal when the indicator climbs over the 20 level. It also shows the same indication indicating that the investor should consider buying the stock. For the next is Viwacom Group. The Raya event is approaching as well. All know as a result, this is an opportunity for Padini to promote the Raya celebration. Because of the news about the promotion on the website, this is one of the reasons why we bought this stock. The indicator also displays a purchase signal, which is a SMA with a closing price above the moving average. It is viewed as a purchase signal, or we call as a bullish signal, and the MACD indicator crosses above the signal line. It is interpreted as a buy signal or bullish signal. A buy signal has been generated when the stochastic indicator moves over the 20 mark. It is time to consider buying the stock.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Fatihah binti Abdul Aziz. My job scope and task responsibility for this group assignment is to identify the company issue and how the current economic climate has affected the company or stock price in the market. The technique also aid us by informing us of the company performance and whether it is fit for the investor requirement in attaining their goals. They will also a double confirmation in terms of deciding whether to buy, hold, or selling the stock. The price pattern strategy is tied to this technique. This method requires them to look for new information on a specific stock that has been monitored. These strategies is linked to the first, which is an intraday technique that uses top and down approach to see the larger picture. For the Viwacom group analysis, as we can see in the chart, Viwacom displays a sideways pattern in which the price moves in zigzag pattern. As can be seen in the indicator, this will result in a strong support. Thus, the moving average convergence divergence signal indicate a buy signal. When the current price moves below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and the moving average convergence divergence signal. Similarly, the moving average signal indicate a buy signal when the current price moves below the indicator and there is an intercept between the current price and moving average convergence divergence signal. When the current price rises toward the moving average line, the investor should consider buying the stock. When the stochastic indicator rises from the over the 20 level, the investor should consider buying the stock. So for the conclusion, our group concentrate more on the technical analysis rather than fundamental theory. It is because technical analysis is very important. It can tell us whether to purchase or sell the stock. Right, so that we can make profit rather than loss. To track the price trend, we employ three indicators. The first one is simple moving average. The second one is moving average convergent divergence, and the third one is stochastic indicator. This indicator is useful since it allows to forecast the benefit or repercussion of the trading. We choose these three indicators for a variety of reasons. To begin with, the chart for the simple moving average approach is quite simple to comprehend. If the closing price moves along the moving average, it is interpreted as buying signal. If the closing price moves below the indicator average, it is interpreted as a sell signal. We also utilize the moving average convergence divergence indicator to analyze the stock. This indicator is very simple, also very simple to comprehend because it demonstrates the relationship between two variables. A purchase signal is generated when the moving average convergence divergence crosses the single line. A sell signal is triggered when the moving average convergence divergence crosses below the signal line. Last but not least, stochastic indicators are used. It is incredibly beneficial since it tell us whether the market is overbought or overbuy.